I would like to apologize to Minister Farrakhan for misquoting him back in 2020.
I was making music. I was oftentimes accused of being racist, right?
Really?
and you know, we can get into the real definition of what racism is, but I understand what they was trying to say. My point is that I would call out the government. I'd call out police officers who kill black folks who just almost always happen to be white. You know, the people in power who make these decisions that adversely affect the black community, you know, they just happen to be white. When I call them out, I call them out specifically. Mm-hmm. I never said all of you, all white people, all of this, nothing. I'm always specific. So when I call them out, oh, he's a racist, oh, he don't like white people, he's this, that, whatever. But when a white guy does it, he's a rebel. If I do it, I'm anti-Semitic.
But how is it that only white Jews get to be referred to as Semitic?
I'm saying biblically, can we talk geographically and scientifically? Fuck all spiritual issue.
Right. And I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this? I'm saying
the original Jews and Jesus and everyone else were all people of color. Point blank. It can't be.
No, you say this.
You cannot be argued.
I want you to say that. Let it come out your mouth. Go ahead. Do it one more time.
The original Jews, Jesus, and everyone else who was living in the Middle East. So let me tell you something. I have been to the Middle East. Go out there. I have been to Israel, Egypt, Jordan, Bahrain. All these places I have been to.
Yeah,
Egypt. All these places. It's all brown people. It's near the equator. Okay? This is how it works.
I mean, you know, I'm not a patriot. Yeah, I'm anti-white. You know, I'm not patriotic. But when a white guy does it, he's a rebel. You know, he's a patriot.
Right.
He's a patriot.
Right.
You know, like, and he's celebrated. But I get it. I get
it's
that
a double
part.
standard. I'm not saying it's fair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's how most humans take it. It just is what it is.
Would you be willing to have a conversation with Farrakhan?
I was always willing to have a conversation with Farrakhan. And that's, you know, if I want to address some of the misconceptions, when I first, you know, this kind of whole, I personally feel this is coming off the heels of Farrakhan's 4th of July speech.
Sure.
And this is kind of what I feel is the energy, and a lot of people look up to Farrakhan. I mean, I've interviewed NOI members multiple times.
Right.
I've used FOI for security. Overall, I think the NOI is a group that helped out a lot of people.
Right.
Hearing statements like that bothers me.
Mr. Greenblatt, you are Satan. Those of you that say that you are Jews, I will not even give you the honor of calling you a Jew. You're not a Jew. You're so-called. You're Satan. And it's my job now to pull the cover off of Satan so that every Muslim, when he sees Satan, pick up a stone, as we do in Mecca. Did you hear me, Brother Abdul Malik? When you know who Satan is, you don't have to kill him, no. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are, If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friend? Go back and listen to more of Farrakhan and get to know me. Not from the mouth of your lying imposter brothers. Get to know me from the God within that can tell you if the minister is false. I can show you fake news. I am certainly not of that.
You know, Jay Electronica chimed in with the whole thing. You know, he called the rabbi a coward and, you know, and so forth. And Michael Rappaport actually responded.
To all my Jewish friends, my Jewish brothers and sisters, stand tall. Stand tall. Do not let this fear, this sadness, this anxiety, and this dread overwhelm you. Draw strength from your family, from your friends, from your ancestors, and the worldwide bond that we share that has always put the battery in your back. We're used to being looked at as different because that's what we are. We are different, and that's a good thing. I know that Jews are looked at as weak, but we're stronger than you can imagine. That's why you hurl propaganda. We control all the money. We control the media because it's plausible. It's plausible because we're just that good. Smart, compassionate, moral, and strong people. And we need to stand taller than ever against all those sick, dumb, uneducated black tar in their blood who hate Jews because they ain't. You hate us because you ain't us. It's always been hurled our way. Hate, prejudice has always been hurled our way.
You know, he says the man with a penchant for devil white girls. He said, you love white girls like a rapper who can't finish his own album loves Jay-Z.
You know, it's what I find, I believe anybody who uses their belief to then tell somebody that their belief is wrong. The whole thing about this idea of serving a higher being is that it's supposed to lift you up, I would imagine. Like, I believe in God. I just don't believe that everybody who says they work for him really do. And I've yet to find fervently religious people on the whole, in the aggregate, who purposely try to make the world better.
I don't know why we leaving Mouse's house. He been good to us. He feed us on Saturday, clothe us on Sunday, and then beat us on Monday. Or was it Tuesday? I don't know.
Jasper, I just wants to go out of the house again, Jasper.
What?
Jasper, don't you want freedom? We going to Promised Land. The Promised Land.
Promised Land? Cleveland?
No, Jasper.
Baltimore?
No, Jasper, the Promised Land.
Oh, the Promised Land.
And at the end of the day, you can't take a person's whole story and say, well, I don't like this one phrase he used on this one day, and throw away all the other accomplishments. That's just not fair.
Right.
And at the end of the day, also, it's just words, right? Like, I've never heard of Farrakhan saying something that triggered violence or triggered economic catastrophes or anything else like that. He said what he said. Some people, you know, accept it, some people don't. But ultimately, I've never heard of the Jewish community being hurt by Farrakhan's words. So to sit there and say, I despise this person and everything he does is out the window, when you look at what he's actually done for his own community, you can't deny it. And that was the reason why I was interviewing NOI people. This is the reason why I had a relationship with certain people at NOI. I hired them for security and so forth. It was a respectful relationship until this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, having the capacity to apologize is not a weakness, it's an attribute.
Yeah, and let me be clear, I'd like to apologize to Minister Farrakhan for misquoting him back in 2020. Period.
There you go.
No ifs, but, or anything else like that. Point blank, period. This is what I'm doing on your show.
Now that's honorable.
Thank you.
That's honorable.
And also, let me just say, this was not a decision based on pressure by anybody, by financial duress. It's not like I have to do this in order to turn the company around. The company's been doing fine all these years. It's not because I'm trying to get to a certain guest and by doing this and so forth. No, there's no reason behind this except for it's the right thing to do. And I'm fully aware that a lot of people are going to hear this and say, oh, your apology. It's too late. We're not going to accept it. Whatever. And that's fine, because this is not for those people. This is something that I felt I should do. And some people will accept it and some people won't. And I'm fully aware going into that, what I'm doing.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10.